Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it, many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Will you find me? Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sun rises, when the sun
Mic check. Okay, there we go. I got it fixed. All right, so hopefully I've got all my mic issues repaired that I was having the other weekend. All right, there we go. All right, yeah, I'm sounding good. Sounding crispy. Okay, what's going on, everyone? So we have, once again, a united chat. We are streaming literally everywhere right now. We are on TikTok, we're on YouTube, we're on Kick, we're on Twitter, and we're on Twitch. We are everywhere right now. Because I wanted y'all to hear and see me. That's right, we everywhere. I want y'all to hear and see me when I say I finally saw the movie Sinners. Thank you for the gifts, JoJo. Thank you, Brother Gohan, for the gifted membership. I do appreciate y'all. I finally saw the movie Sinners. That's right, we are worldwide. Conjure worldwide. That's who we are, the Broken Army, Conjure worldwide. So, so I went and saw it. I saw the movie. I saw it. Right, King Nuru, finally, I saw it. Okay. And this is what y'all had me. So I didn't go see it. You know, I got some. I was up doom scrolling, and then I dozed back off, and then I got, you wake up and you immediately check your phone. So I woke up, checked my phone, and it said something along the lines of the movie Sinners is finally out on, it was out on something. Amazon. I saw it on Amazon. And so I'm like, okay, well, it's out. Now, I don't know why my alerts are not, okay, well, those are working. My Kick viewer alerts are working. Why aren't my YouTube? Why is my YouTube not working? I don't know. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. So I said, oh, okay, well, it's on, it's on now. So let's watch it. So me and my sister had an appointment. We all got back home, and I said, okay, well, I'm going to watch it. I paid $20 to watch this movie at home. I don't think it was bad. Okay. I don't think it was bad. But let me tell y'all, oh my God, family, y'all had me thinking this was going to be the second coming of Hoodoo. Y'all, look, literally, and this is not just because I grew up in a Hoodoo. Me and my sister, halfway through this movie, we were like, we've been watching this long, and they just now getting to a party. They just not getting to a party. And, and I try not, because I know these things are just for entertainment. I know they're just for entertainment. So I'm never just like, oh, they got this wrong. They got that wrong. Like y'all do that a lot. I don't do that. So I'm watching it. Then the first thing I saw was the little girls came to Annie's shop, and she's like, here, I'm going to give y'all a pinch of High John. How you give? This is John the Conqueror root. So I'm going to give y'all a pinch of High John. Don't y'all go selling none of that along the way. I'm like, who are you selling this to? And how are they? How? What's up, Carrie? And thank you for watching over on Twitter. That's right. We all over the place. And it's a unified chat. Everybody's in here except for Twitch. I got to bring Twitch in. So I'm like, wait a minute. How you gonna give somebody a pinch? I said, okay, you watching it too close. Thank you for the gifts, JoJo. I said, okay, you can't watch it that close. Okay, a pinch of High John. Great. Okay, but there was no hoodoo in that movie. None. There was no hoodoo in that movie. You can't, how you gonna give somebody, you giving little kids High John and say, don't y'all go selling it along the way. Unless High John was the code word for something else. Unless High John was the code word and she was giving them something else to not sell along the way. That was it. Okay, this movie was set in 1932. So yeah, they had the Klan in there. Absolutely. But worse than the Klan, they had to worry about vampires. This was more, I can't even say it was a vampire movie because even the vampires were just, this was, I don't know. I don't even know how to put it. It was not a movie about hoodoo. To me, thank you, Nika. They threw hoodoo in there to capture the attention of people like in the spiritual community, not to have people like, oh, wow, we really gotta do things. No, they want it because y'all buy tickets and y'all will talk about it. And you have to understand how the social media machine operates. See, whether you guys like a video or you dislike a video, they still run ads on it. Okay? And so what happens is if they can create a buzz, they can create ad revenue. It has nothing to do as much as original ticket sales because ticket sales tanked ever since the pandemic. Now it's about ad revenue. If I can get enough people on everything related to this movie, if I can get enough eyes on this, then I can sell advertisements to whatever has eyes. See, it has nothing to do with ticket sales, like I just said. If y'all talk about it, then all those ads on Reddit, YouTube, and everywhere else. All those ads are when you guys, are you become the product. Someone said before, if something is being given to you free, then you're the product. Well, now it's ad revenue. That's what it is. So they threw stuff in there. It's no different than when we watch a show about, say, college, and somebody's sorority comes stomping through, and everyone's like, ski, you know how y'all do. I don't want to disrespect anybody, but you know how y'all do. Okay? And then you start hyping up all your sorors or all your frat brothers. Hey, they got us in there, dog. They got us in there. It's not like there were no hidden messages or anything like that. It was just a movie. Would I watch it again? Maybe, if I didn't have anything else to do. But is it like a Hoodoo-based movie? Absolutely not. Someone said in the chat, hey, Paris. Someone said in the chat, Candy the Medium over on TikTok says it was 2% Hoodoo in the not even 2%. It was like 0.2%, right? She said Ashe, that's not even Hoodoo. And then she's speaking Yoruba. But the translation was in Southern slang. She speaks Yoruba, but the translation was, your body ain't forgot about me though. Okay, sis. All right. Okay, she's throwing bones. All right, cool. She made a mojo bag. Great. That's it. That is it. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, this was a watchable movie, but there was no real spirituality in it. Unless you're one of those people who are so, I don't want to like make fun. Unless you're one of those hippie-like folks who are like, I can find meaning in the blowing of the wind. If you one of them folks, then yeah, extract whatever meaning you want to from this movie. But it was not a Hoodoo movie. It was not a Hoodoo movie at all. But it did get my brain meats bubbling. It got my brain meats bubbling because the next set of videos coming out are going to be if Sinners was based on Hoodoo and was real. Because someone said something, OG Black Cat over on Kick says Haints got some mention. Oh yeah, Haints got some mention. What's up, Sherry? I see you over there, Sherry. Sherry, look, I got it fixed. There you go. Shout out, Sherry. Channel member and moderator. I do appreciate you. So, haints are real. Okay? But thank you, Felicia, for the gift. But yeah. Eesh. Yikes. And I hate to say it because y'all know, listen, this is in the class of that movie, The Skeleton Key. The Skeleton Key obviously was based around Hoodoo and it had more Hoodoo in it. But it was one of those movies that is a good watch, just as long as you don't watch it hoping for something. You know what I mean? As long as you don't watch it hoping for something, you're going to be good. You're going to be good. But you know what the problem is? Yeah, I'm not on Instagram, Carrie. The problem with these things is you guys got to watch this. What I always say, you got to watch for the hook. You got to watch for the hook. How many people do you think in the spiritual community are going to watch this movie and try to come up with some kind of way to pretend that this was all real and that there's real deep hoodoo in this? How many? Kato over on Kit, you better be trolling me. See, I think the Piano Lesson is a good hoodoo movie. I hope you are trolling me, Kato, because you're my boy. I hope you trolling me. I mean, my friend, because I don't know. But seriously, how many do y'all think? Sherry said a lot of them. Big Eyes, what's up, Big Eyes? Literally everyone. You're probably right. Y'all probably right. I hate to say it. But y'all are probably right. I mean, just look around. You know, oh man, that's rough. Look. I'm glad. I'm where I am. You know, in case y'all didn't know, Hoodoo King of the South. I'm the last elder left. Thank you so much, Felicia, for the gifts. Last true elder. I'm the last man standing, y'all. I'm the last man standing. Y'all know that. Rest in peace, and in power, Memphis Conjure. I'm the last man standing down here. Shoot, if I go to the upper room, I don't know who y'all go to, cause ain't nobody now but these young elders. You know, the 20 somethings who know everything with the waist beads and the crystals and all that. I mean, I don't know who y'all go to. Y'all better hope I stay around for a long time. Kato said, "Dang, bro. No, look. Let me tell you something. Like the teenage elders. Look, the issue with the piano. All right, so the piano lesson, just like Sinners, just like the Skeleton Key, was a very watchable movie. I think I watched it twice. It's a very watchable movie. I think I watched it twice. But the only issue with that movie is, wasn't no hoodoo in that movie. Wasn't no hoodoo in that movie, y'all. Look, that movie, and I love the piano lesson. It was a good movie. But that movie has y'all going to y'all ancestor altars, hugging yourselves and rocking, help me, Mama Bernice, help me, Uncle Charlie left me. And your ancestors sit on the altar like, I'm so tired of y'all coming here begging anyway. Now y'all gonna watch a movie and come here begging some more. Good gracious, so like sweet baby Jesus and the grown Jesus too. Y'all already go to your ancestor altars begging. And who has seen, look, doggone, wherever you are, wherever you watch. What's up, Tim? I see you. Hey, Ava. Ava said, not young elders. You better not go nowhere, prophet. I'm not trying to go nowhere. Hey, Ronnie. I see you over there. I'm not trying to go anywhere, but shoot, every so often, I'm like, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. All right, who here? Wherever you are, since we are everywhere, but we're everywhere, but Instagram. We're on Twitch right now. We're on TikTok right now. We're on Kick right now. We're on YouTube. We are everywhere right now. So listen, y'all. Wherever you are right now, if you have seen that movie, The Piano Lesson, hit a 1 in the chat for me. If you've seen Piano Lesson, let me know. I want to see who all seen that movie, because everybody talks about it, but y'all might be doing like I was doing about the what was that movie? Sinners. I was talking about Sinners for weeks. I just saw it today. Why are we seeing this rain of ones go through the chat right here? Anybody else see that Skin and Bones or that Skin Bone parody of Sinners and then go, this is basically the movie right here? Because when I watched Sinners today, I was like, I didn't even need to see the movie. I didn't even see the movie. Okay, so in that movie, The Piano Lesson, when her ancestors come around because of that dang on piano, she's sitting there crying and rocking and snotting. Help me, Mama Bernice, help me, Uncle Charlie, help me. And here her ancestors come. Lord have mercy. Y'all do that to your ancestors anyway. So many people go to their ancestor altar and just beg. And y'all don't see it as that, right? Y'all don't see it as that. But how many of us, when we got older, we realized like, darn, once I got older and started getting my stuff together, now everybody come to me and what? They beg. I'm talking in the family, right? Be the one in your family who has their stuff together. Everybody come and beg. And they don't know that they're all doing it at the same time, right? Yeah, doggone cousin Ricky, all this one, all that one, all that one, all this one. And you're like, darn, people go to their ancestor altars and beg and don't even know it. Because somewhere along the line, people think, oh, the ancestors, that's who we go to and ask them for everything. And it's like, uh, okay. Mainly what the ancestors do is they provide guidance, because when you understand that you have not just your parents, if they've transitioned, you got your grandparents, then great grandparents, and so on and so forth. It's like, it's like this huge web. And when you build that connection, like I tell you to go there and open that line of communication, very rarely when you have something going on in life that you can't go there and go, hey, I need guidance, and someone won't step forward and go, I did something, I went through something like that, right? What's up, Shakora D? How are you? Right, E. Haynes, like a network. See, the real strength in the ancestor altar is not in just having a bunch of people who will go and fight battles for you and with you, predominantly with you, right? Because they get tired of us coming asking them to fight for us. Fight, they like, listen, you need to be out here fighting with me, right? But it's a network of people who have gone through similar things, maybe a bit different. Like I did a working on how to get someone to call and text you. That is a reworking of an older working that involved letters, but no one writes letters anymore, right? No one writes letters anymore. So what I did was I retooled it for a modern time. I didn't change the work. I didn't know. Because some of y'all just out here I'm just going to make this up. No. But even if I did not have that, you can go to that, man, y'all, I really need this woman to text me back. And they're gonna be like, what the hell is a text? So you explain, well, this is how you mean a letter? Well, yeah, I can get that done. Cause this is what happened, back in my time. That's what we do. Calandra said that was a bit dramatic. Well, what was a bit dramatic, Calandra? And thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate you. Right. Made adjustments. Few minor modifications. Exactly. So, I think, once we go and we realize like, okay, they help us but they don't do everything for us, because quite honestly, after a while, we have a whole generation of folks that had everything done for them, and now they can't even handle their own emotions. That's just overwhelming. But we ain't gonna get into that. This is about the movie Sinners. Now, about haints. Let's talk about haints for a little while. Within the spiritual community, as far as hoodoo is concerned, right? As far as hoodoo is concerned, haints are human spirits that just roam. Okay? Now, you can't die twice. Once you gone. So there's nothing you can do to die again. But you do get weaker if no one honors you. And it's not a ritual per se. It is just speaking your name. We have, within the African cosmology, we've understood the power of remembrance for a long time. That's why even and I hate to bring up Egypt, because all the Hoteppers are, is he speaking about Kemet? Is he speaking about Kemet? Put your onks away, Hotep. Okay? Most of us came from the west coast of Africa. All right, Akhenaten, calm down. But even in Egypt, when a new pharaoh rose to power, one of the first things he would do is send all his people out and have them chisel the name of the old pharaoh off of everything. The true death is when no one even remembers your name anymore. Then you're forgotten. And so that's like that show. And I've only got 11 more minutes on here because I've got a mentorship class to teach. That was not a commercial. I'm not offering any classes. So, except for my webinars, which I do have a new webinar coming out in 15 days, just over 2 weeks, people. The 25th. Webinar on Hoodoo Roots and Herbs 101. So anyway, what was I talking about? This I can tell I'm old, y'all. I lose track, like just be lost. Lord. Okay, yes. So when we were talking about haints, so we're talking about haints. That show, American Gods, actually had a lot of truth in it because think about Thor. No one even talks about Thor was a major deity over there. A major deity. I mean, look, he had temples. People wore his pendant, which was his hammer, Mjolnir. Now he's just a comic book character. Now he's just a comic book character. Old than everyone. And so in that show, it shows how when no one remembers the old gods, because there's only one creator, but anyway, when no one speaks their name anymore, they weaken. They don't die, but they weaken. And that's what haints are. Haints are spirits that no one remembers. That, it's always sad to me when I go to a cemetery and you can see like the places no one goes to anymore. And it's like, dang. And those are people who will become haints. They can become haints. Human spirits can go feral. And that's one thing that I think people need to understand. They can go feral, just like if someone is locked up and hey, Trevor and I, if someone is locked up and they get put in solitary, what's up, Lex? I see you over there on TikTok. If they get locked up and put in solitary, what happens to them? We need interaction. We need that. And when people don't get that, we can go feral. Haints are feral human spirits that no one attended to, no one spoke to, no one speaks their name, but they can't die, but they still light. As fear as Luke's, and knowledge is light, and energy is light. The scripture says, may the Lord bless us and keep us and make his face to shine upon us, knowing that if God is just focused in our direction, that is a blessing. Well, that is a blessing that we bestow onto our ancestors by speaking their name, by speaking remembrance, but still fellowship with them through the altar. And when no one does that anymore, well, then they can become haints. And haints are basically like spirits that will cause mischief. They will sometimes be full of anger and rage because, y'all get mad when your phone is dry. Imagine when your life is dry. Okay? Imagine if your life is dry or your afterlife is dry. And so they will go and they will overturn everything. They will steal keys. They will cause mischief. And no, they're not. What do y'all love to say? Y'all love to say something spirits. What spirits, y'all? Trickster spirits. Haints are not trickster spirits. They are angry. They are angry. And they will come and they will cause all types of anger, not to hurt, but for energy. Like they will spook babies because, scared children fire off a lot of energy because babies only know extreme love and extreme fear. There's really no middle ground. And so they'll tape that energy, right? That's why we try our best not to show a baby its own reflection until it's a year old. Haints can possess someone. Haints can possess you. But anyway, back, so when I saw that part, I says, okay, Fergie, you don't call a number, shoot me an email. Good gracious. I'm sorry, customer service. Hey, Fergie. Here, let me help you out here. Fergie. All right. This is what you do, pal. Area code 229-262-0244. Thank you. I forgot. I'm working on this, y'all. I'm working on this. Thank you. So, when that part when she was like, what did she say? She said, those ain't haints. Those are vampires. I said, okay. That made sense. That actually kind of made sense. How you can make that distinction, because people who are possessed by haints can sometimes have erratic emotions that have nothing to do with their normal personality. All right, I like that. I like that part. But everything else was hot garbage. Well, not hot. It was a watchable movie, but it was not. Um, it wasn't a hoodoo based movie. It was watchable. I think it drug and it took too long, and then it was over too fast. It was over too fast. Like you had all this build up for everybody to be dead. Anybody else feel that way about that movie? It's like all this build up and then yeah, okay. Like all this build up and then it's like no. There's an author that does this, Dean Koontz. Anybody ever read Dean Koontz? Dean Koontz is an excellent horror novelist, but the problem with Dean Koontz is Dean Koontz will spend 250 pages building up, and you're like, oh man, here's this epic battle, and then done. It's like, and a lot of Dean Koontz's books are realistic. Like in the sense that somebody will just get like pow pow the killer and it's over with, and then you're like, really, all this? Mm-mm. And Nari said, I wanted more explanation from Sinners about hoodoo. That's the problem. Y'all out here expecting Hollywood to give you a how-to documentary on this stuff. You can't do that. It's not a documentary. It's not a documentary, y'all. So, my recommendation, if you watch it for what it was, which is a book about two brothers running from the mob who ran into some vampires, then if you watch it for that, then okay. If you watch it for that, then okay. But if you're watching it for how to, you're going to be disappointed. Big Eye said, I want more explanation on haints by Prophet. I am this. So not only am I a global icon and national treasure, I am also Vice Jesus, the Hoodoo King of the South. Yeah. Not meaning to brag or anything. What up, Raj? Raj says, why does anyone, and thank you for tuning in from over on Twitter. Why does anyone watch movies for how? Well, I don't know. That's a recent thing, but it started with, and in our, what was your name again? We're not talking about you anymore. Inari, not talking about you. We're talking about how a lot of people will do this. A lot of people will absolutely watch movies thinking, oh, this is how I do this. And it started with the skeleton key. It did. I don't know why anybody does this nowadays, but I don't know. I don't know why, but they do. And it's got to stop. I mean, it's got to stop because Hollywood is here to sell tickets. They are not here to teach you anything. That's it. But anyway, y'all, listen, we'll continue this discussion in about an hour 15, if my sister's got something to do. I've got to go teach this class. All right, I will be right back. I got to go teach this class. So we're going to put a pin in this. Have your questions together in an hour. Okay? In 1 hour, have your questions, and then we will do a Q and A, and we will go across the board. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. I appreciate it. We will definitely be back. Definitely. All right. Thank you for the follows over on Kick. And listen, everybody, the next thing that I'm releasing on YouTube is going to be So I watched the movie Sinners. Here is how it would look if they used real hoodoo. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a multi-part series. All right, y'all have a good one. We out of here.